Alright, first pitch high and in. Let's see if that gets us any. Restarted.
All right, we restarted. Hopefully we'll give this one more try. If for some reason the feed goes out, which we think it probably will. Next pitch from our starting pitcher, Tristan Bristow. He got the start. Apparently we scared off the drummers, which is a nice thing for us. That really helps us out quite a bit. Bristow on the pitch, inside. Bristow plays for the Alamo Drillers for their 12U squad. There's a strike from Bristow. Once again, we're working without a scoreboard, which is a fun. Okay. Looks like we got a couple people watching, so hopefully this sticks on. There's a high fly ball. Out of play. Missed the first pitch. I believe it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. See if we can give you a sense. 2 balls, 2 strikes, confirmed by the umpire. The payoff pitch, that's just a bit outside.
Kind of got away from him and slipped a little lid on the release.
Bristow came down with his entire family. Mom and dad and sister made the trek down. Sister was pretty excited about being able to miss school.
Yeah, several of the boys started school yesterday or the day before, and some have been in for a long time.
Foul
ball.
So a guy like Bristow on any other team would be the #1 pitcher. And here we are in the 5th game, and he's finally getting a spot to throw. Gets the start on game 5. And Bristow's inside on a fastball, and Brazil's leadoff batter is aboard. What is it? This one says it's working, no? Yeah,
I think it's working.
Yeah.
It'll be a rough trip if I lose that.
Yeah. No. Are we working now? Looks like we're back up and running. Thankful to see some technological changes.
Can we walk?
We had a walk, yeah.
Okay.
3-2. 3-2 walk from Bristow.
Looking down. We have half the Brazilian team is out of the dugout.
Brazil yesterday played the Cuba team that we started off the tournament, and they were unceremoniously destroyed 16-1. So the transitive property of baseball, we beat Cuba 16-1, and Cuba beat them 16-1. There's a ground ball over to shortstop. Foul. Nice play over to first. In the hole. Massa ranging over. Couldn't quite make the play, but foul. Astutely, because of the slow roller, gets the one easy out. But all of a sudden, Brazil has got a man in scoring position, and this is new territory for the United States.
And the coach for Brazil, I assume he's the hitting coach or the sunflower coach. He continues to pound the zone with the sunflower seeds.
Is he? Is he over there?
He's over there, yeah. And he's been continuing to throw it, and they smash the sunflower seeds into the dugout, and so everyone gets to be involved.
Yeah, the dugout situation here is a little bit different. I don't think this is going to pass OSHA. There's a ground ball up the middle, and foul with an amazing play, positioned playing almost at the middle. On the other side of the bag, throws over to Paulie Dominguez for the second out. That's 2 putouts in a row for foul, and both of them are high-level baseball plays. So nice job, Julius. As I was saying about the dugouts, they are wide open. There's not a fence. We got players walking around, not paying attention. Coaches pitching sunflower seeds. I'm pretty sure that these guys are going to get scattered once or twice.
Yes.
Oh boy.
We almost.
Oh boy.
I almost took one in the camera right there. So Todd's heartbeat went a little bit high as he thought he might be losing a
Hey, it wasn't just me, it was the entire nation of the United States, because that's the only camera we got. Curveball for a strike. Bristow seems to have found his mojo.
That's going to make the link public.
Is it working now? It should be public, but
spoke too soon.
Can somebody see that it's public? It should be public, but I will go in there and try that at the break. Here comes a payoff pitch. High fastball. He goes upstairs. Knocks down the Brazilian. Cleanup hitter. Actually, looks like a little bit of a gringo there. Batting for it.
Trying to get everybody connected and make sure we're on. We think we're on. If you could give us a little feedback to say you're seeing us, give us a thumbs up.
There we go. Now we're going public.
Okay.
Should be going public here.
Now we had to switch something over.
Not sure why that did different, but all right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You missed the first half an inning.
Let's replay it.
Let's have some predictions here. Go ahead. What is the over/under on the and runs in this
My
first
main
inning?
prediction is that the lady with the drums is going to quit beating after this half inning.
I'm pretty sure that. I think once I had one mother actually ask us if we would lower our standards and take it easy on them. So I don't think she was joking.
I don't think so either. I think we are going to. I think in the first 2 innings we're going to jump up to. I'm going to say we're going to score 7 and 8. I'm not sure each inning. I'm not sure if we're going to do the 7 first or the 8 first, but that's my pick here.
I would say one thing that is a mortal lock is that Chilcutt will hit a home run in the first inning.
I think we can.
We have a 70. If history is correct, 75% chance of that happening.
Yes. And we're a lot closer to a main thoroughfare here, and that's my other thing is I'm wondering if we hit one out into the marketplace today. That was a nice shot.
That's out of here. First pitch swinging, and Cameron Davis rockets a ball
about 24 inches off the ground, and it's still
that was an absolute scud missile.
USA. I'm watching the drum mom.
Is she already losing heart?
She is. She was shaking the drum, not beating the drum. It hasn't gone into the backpack yet, but I'm guessing it's not far away.
I don't know if Cameron Davis has actually got a good swing on a ball yet, and he is crushing the ball.
Yes. And he is so strong.
He just is
so
absolutely the strongest baseball player I've ever seen.
He's the only 12-year-old that I've ever seen that makes me want to hit the gym.
Hold on, drop down and give me 20 right now.
Exactly. It's like I can't do this anymore. I just need to do some push-ups so that I can raise the level to where I can be like Cameron. I want to be like Cam.
I mean, seriously, Bo Jackson wishes he was Cameron Davis.
I'm telling you. Well, we kind of have to go with the Herschel Walker thing too. I know the two-sport thing, but being a Georgia boy,
I'm guessing he likes Herschel.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I hope he likes.
Well, his dad told me, Roosevelt and I were talking the other night, and he said that Cam was working out in his room. He just rocked out 300 push-ups, and I was like, I did 300 push-ups last year.
Yeah. Well,
I skipped 65 days.
Last decade.
Next up, Christian Hamilton. They're inside.
They're playing Christian to hit weak side off of this kid. I guess I think he's throwing a little harder than maybe he is, but
Hamilton hasn't had I think he's 3 for 5 on the tournament, but he also is on base at an 800%.
Yeah, he's
been on base.
Great job of doing what he's supposed to be doing. Get on base, put pressure on him, and then trotting around as Chilcutt hits him.
Exactly. That's an easy job. Just get on base, and the guy behind hits you a home run.
Walk around.
That's our whole offense.
I think we're warming up a second pitcher for
1 ball,
Brazil
2
already.
strikes. Ground ball, and once again Hamilton not really hitting the ball squarely, but making contact, showing off his speed, making the coaches happy by increasing his on-base percentage. So I don't think we've even seen the best from Hamilton, and his stats look outerworldly right now.
Yes, I was trying to figure out what the old man behind plate is. He was calling for a baseball. He's just wandering around. He doesn't quite understand the game, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think he understands the year we're playing hardball. Because he's like standing right behind home plate and not paying attention. There's a strike. And as you can see, these bases, we're playing on a converted 60-90 field, full-size field. So the fences come in again once again to 220 down the lines and 270 in dead center. The bases are cut out, and you can kind of make it out in around second base where they put in a little patch of dirt. But the bases are simply sitting there.
Yes.
They're not even plastic. They are just literally hovering over where second base should be. So if you notice an army of ants carrying second base out towards left center, just let us know. We'll let the authorities. That's down low.
Our pitcher in our bullpen over here for Brazil keeps missing, and that's where these you can't see it, it's off camera, but he's throwing baseballs and they're getting away and ending up behind home plate.
I don't know that I've ever seen going right to the relief after 2 batters.
No, but they're getting a little work in. Maybe he's just throwing a bullpen.
Oh, and Hamilton scuffs in.
That's a hard play, It's
when you're diving on grass.
Yes, grass to dirt. You
It's
gotta
outside.
pace yourself. It's kind of the opposite effect of sliding on it's synthetic turf, where you slide an extra 40 or 50 yards.
So it looks like we got a live feed working. That's pretty close to a major miracle.
That
Plus,
is
and in a little bit of a benefit, I actually get to use Keith Green's data plan for this one, which is cool. Inside.
Oh!
And Massa gets hit. Massa works his way to the Brazilian pitcher. Coming over to a nice show of sportsmanship. Massa said, I've been hit by Pat. He waves up our
waving off the
Red Cross
worker that's coming out to see if he needs a blood transfusion or anything. For the
blood transfusion, local drugs.
And I told you, we took a girl several years ago to a Red Cross station when we were in Mexico, and actually got to see a doctor, got a penicillin shot, and they charged her $1.
Okay, well. Nice fastball. Probably the best fastball we've seen from the Brazilian. Massa's aboard, first and second, nobody out. It's just early and just getting started. Bottom of 1. Kylan Halstead from Aberdeen, Washington. Here comes the pitch. Down low. Nice job.
Decent block. Both runners are going to move up.
And the base, we should have a little bit of a bet. See who can kick that base the furthest. Because there's probably a base on left field that can get kicked all the way to that fence.
So Kai, yesterday after the game against Honduras, his folks posted a picture. It's pretty cool. I used it in a devotional this morning of kind of that selflessness of being a friend and doing good things. He gave his necklace to one of the Honduras players, his cross necklace. It may have even been a rosary that he gave, but smoked.
And once again, Halstead stays smoking hot. Halstead, I believe that's a 6th hit in a row. Cannot get that kid out. Everything he's hitting right now is absolutely squared up.
We are bringing in another pitcher already. Do you believe that?
Well, have you been paying attention?
I have.
I have not heard the drum for at least almost on cue.
You really think that? Like you said, that was. I'm just not sure this is going to be much of an upgrade. Just judging from the number of balls that were rolling down behind.
I'm sure it was the catcher's fault.
Probably.
So early on here, we got 3-0 first inning. I think we're already making our plans for the afternoon. Got any good plans today?
I am. I'm going with Billy Strom to go to the airport to pick up his brother who's flying in today to be here in time for the medal rounds.
That's fun.
So we're off to Leon, Mexico.
To Leon?
To Leon.
Oh, that's a pretty good haul.
That's
about 2 hours. Yeah. We flew into Leon. For those of you looking to make Aguas Caliente part of your next vacation plan, couple different ways to get in here. You can fly directly into Aguas Calientes, which is a small airport, or you can fly into Leon, which is not necessarily
small airport.
Small airport. I mean, you're still walking out. You're still
Yes.
walking downstairs, but
Yes.
a little bit bigger and a little bit cheaper, at least from our neck of the
Yes.
woods. I have heard, on good source, that the very best way to get here is to walk across the border to the Tijuana airport over the bridge,
Right.
and the flights were round trip about $120.
Yes.
But coming from LA, I think for the three of us, my wife and I and my son, it costs us about $1,200. So
Yeah. It's a little pricey. We had the blessing of traveling with the team as we came over from Houston.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And so that was kind of fun watching them.
first pitch to Dominguez,
and he just pokes it.
Dominguez with his typical swing, just throws his bat on the ball, not swinging hard.
Stand up double.
Stand up double for Dominguez. Dominguez's slugging percentage is fantastic. He's up 5 times. He has maybe he's made 2 outs. So he's been up 7 times. He's got 5 hits. I'm sorry, 4 hits and 6 at bats. He's made 2 outs. He's hit 3 home runs and a double.
I'm
just
just
trying-
out there whatever you
there's a-
want to.
there's a lot of
I'll
numbers
go
floating
with
around
you.
my head.
I'll back you up. I got your back.
Caber Pam looks to be swinging a new bat here, perhaps a little bit heavier model to slow his swing down a little bit. Pam getting the DH start. That's high. Good fastball there. Not exactly all we've seen. It's unusual for Kibber to switch bats mid-tournament, but
We made the statement about the Brazilians being out of the dugout. The U.S. team has everyone on the top. I'll call it the top step, but it's really not the top step. It is on the playing surface.
it's on the... yeah.
Or I guess it's not the playing surface because it's technically behind the chalk line. So they have a chalk line protecting them.
That's good. 2-0 pitch to Kibber Pam.
Oh, inside, and he wanted that one.
Kibber is pulling everything out.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Hey, keep your head in! I don't know who yelled that.
Who yelled that?
Come on, dude.
Those some sweet kicks. I wonder where those came from.
Imported.
Imported. Gets it down. Gets an RBI.
Goodness.
Guess we can't have contact till past the chalk line over here.
Kibber could simply not keep his head on the ball right now. He is trying so hard to keep up with the big boys, hitting home runs. Yes.
That's hard to do sometimes, you know. We had the earlier game, the Dominican had a runner come home. There was no play at home, and he decided to go ahead and slide into home plate anyway. Take a ball here, and he slides in head first. And international rules, you slide head first, you're out.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's right.
they called him out. They weren't very happy with that call. The Dominicans weren't, but they still.
Travis
got the
Friend up at
victory.
the plate here. Inside for a strike.
Might have been just a generous strike there.
4-0 early. Bottom of 4.
I called 7 or 8, right? Can I
think-
change that to 9 or 10?
We still got an out to work with. 49 mile an hour on that curveball.
Took a little off of it.
little bit off.
We might want to note that we do have another pitcher warming up for Brazil.
Well, yeah.
Waste no time.
It's outside. Has Brazil won a game yet? We're not quite sure about that.
I think they've won one. I'm not 100% sure of that. There's another baseball rolling behind home plate.
Friend fouls it off over the first base dugouts.
Go. Got the pitch. And he's
And
smoked through
Friend
the gap.
rocked
And
the ball all
Polly
the way to the
walks
fence.
home.
And Friend going station to station. Looking like the coach holds him up just to make sure some guys get on base here. I think they would rather get some extra work in for everybody. Friend with an easy, smooth swing. Probably would have had a double, no question. Coach stopped him. We'll factor that in when we redo his. Look at their
outfield shift.
That is a shift. They think that they must have had the scouting report from the second game of the tournament where Brock Thompson hit 2 home runs against Panama.
Absolutely destroyed it. He did great. He's had a great tournament. You just missed that one, and I'm not sure why.
Not sure where Travis is going, but
came back first.
That's the second out of the inning. Thompson soft liner to the second baseman. Travis not wanting to run into an out, perhaps making it a little more difficult. And that brings up our 9th batter, Julius Fowl. Another run comes in. All right, making it 5-0. Oh, duh, that was on Travis's hit.
Oh, God,
he got picked off.
No, he made it.
Brock straight steal. Coach Weiss didn't look abundantly happy about that, but
yeah, I think coaches may have a little bit of conversation with the boys after the last couple of mental errors. It's hard to stay focused when you're beating up on people the way that we have, but they're doing their best.
There's a fly ball. Looks like it's going to drop, and the center fielder with a diving grab. Thompson comes around. Center fielder's still down. Perhaps more frustrated than hurt.
Yeah. Now we have the soft hitting 1-6 coming up.
I believe they call them Punch and Judy hitters.
Last time he the main outfield wall is 10. I think it's a 10 wall, and I think he punched a hole in.
Yeah.
And right.
Yeah, that's short off the 330 sign out on the main field's wall, made of cement, and now there's a giant hole in it. Back over to first, foul in safely.
So thought I heard you say earlier if he hits it out again, you'll do 300 push-ups today?
I will definitely do that many over the next week or so.
Okay.
Let's curveball in. Do you think they bought that on the streets of Aguascalientes, or do you think they?
No, I think they brought. I
they
think
brought
they
that.
Brought them. I think they brought them.
I have to check that. Customs. 1-1 to Davis. Curveball. Davis lunges at a pitch, but still hits one about 4,000 feet down right field, just out of play.
I wouldn't want to face Cam. I'd be afraid that he'd hit it right back at me and hurt me.
I mean, would you seriously pitch BP to Cam without a screen? There's not a chance.
No way.
Not a chance. Down low.
Julius is on second base, looking for Cam to drive him in. Just make sure he's kind of behind the ump there a little bit. I might not want to do that, just in case he gets a hold of one. I'll be able to see it. He's going to third. Had a little hit. They have a hit and run on there. That's kind of what that looked like.
And for the very first time in the entire tournament, somebody has found some information somewhere, emailed from texted from the States. We have some standings here to update.
Okay.
Today, at this very same time, over in Group A, which is the opposite group we are, Venezuela and Mexico, both 4-0, squaring off in a game to determine who will face. And Davis goes down swinging on a high fastball, but not before the damage is done. U.S. comes up with 6 runs on 5 hits. There's a home run by Davis, but they bring 10 men to the plate. And
I missed my prediction. That means we'll have to go 9 next.
That's true. And the route is officially on. Updating other top teams from the tournament. Looks like Nicaragua and Aruba are squaring off today to determine who will be the third place team in Group B. In Group A, I'm sorry. In Group B, the United States is obviously leading the charges, going 4-0. Cuba, who the U.S. played in Game 1 and beat 16-1, is the second place team. They're 3-1. And Colombia and Panama, which I believe played today, will square off to determine who the third place team is today.
Well, and it's been fun watching all of these boys do their roles, take part, be engaged as they do stuff. There goes my stealthy son. He just came out to retrieve a ball, and as he went back into the dugouts, he rolled an ankle and fell down the stairs. Very graceful. Hopefully that doesn't affect any future outings.
Take a little walk here for a second.
So, you bet. So, Tristan getting some work on the mound. Our next batter coming up is probably the tallest young man that we faced on the other teams. Probably 5'10", 5'11". He's a big boy, number 49. And so, see what Tristan can do. Put the hurt on him a little bit. So here we go.
All right, here comes Bristow. Second inning of work. Second inning of the tournament. 4 batters came up against him. He had 1 walk. Retired the other 3. High for a ball. Bristow with that classical over-the-top motion. Big, tall kid, almost 6 foot. I'd say 5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah, I think so. And he's facing another tall kid in this Brazilian batter.
Ball. That one sounded different. You could tell he was swinging a different bat there.
Put a good cut on it. Got his hands inside. He just couldn't get the barrel through.
I think what we've realized, most of these kids have never seen 70-mile-an-hour fastballs. And Bristow, a little bit of a cutter there. 66 miles an hour.
What is it? 66.
Defense is
66.
shifting around to the right. Ball gets away.
7-2. I don't know. Hey, see if you can find Gabe Gardini. He's got a better one. This one's not very good.
You don't think Tristan was throwing 25?
No, I got him.
66.
I think I'm a little far back here to really figure out. There's a fly ball right field, but that's going to go foul.
For 135 pesos, you can get some new batteries for that.
That's true. Quick math. I have batteries. It just
didn't want to read.
These pocket radars. I don't know. The old ones don't seem to work all that well.
Different approach now. He's choked up a little bit. The batter has. He almost takes one to the chest.
71 miles an hour on that fastball. Again, this is Todd Pam with Mike Felder joining you live from Aguas Calientes. Oh, look at that. Another one. And just like that, it's like magic. You speak into the internet and things show up in your hands. I've got a pocket radar
with the blue button.
The blue button seems to be a little bit more accurate, in my opinion. Designed specifically for baseball. We'll see if it gives a little bit better sense here. And Tristan up high. And again, Brazil starts off with an early walk.
So now we will find out if Brazil has watched the scouting, has done any scouting on the U.S. Because if they have, the runner will stay at first.
Very close.
If they have not, he will be out at second.
This is truly, like we're watching the Brazilian team. It's just off camera here. And the coach continues to just ruin. There's a strike. He is throwing seed after seed at the batter in the on-deck circle. And I'm not quite sure I've ever seen this, but
I've seen.
Oh, have you?
I have seen that approach. I have. When you have limited space, warm-up space, I've seen guys do that.
Okay. It's kind of like all off-speed pitches. Depends if the sunflower seeds are fluttering or not.
There you go.
Strike 2 and number 30 for Brazil.
Now he is throwing the seeds underhand. We need to
that's
say.
true.
So if he
Okay.
starts coming overhand,
Yeah, that's
that,
true.
I have not seen that yet. But you know they're putting some good hacks on it. They're
Who
good.
do we have in the bullpen down there? I can't quite see. Is that Gardini? No, that's that might be.
Number 8.
That's Gargiulo. That's Gargiulo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gavin.
G.
Getting a little mound work.
I suspect he might be getting ready to go in. Guys like G on his team, best pitcher, probably one of the best pitchers in the Miami area. We still haven't seen him on the bump. I expect we'll see him in the last inning. Halstead has not had a ball get past him. Just behind home plate, there's roughly
We go 1-4.
probably 15 or so feet to a white chalk line, which everything beyond that is out of play. Here comes the pitch, and there's strike 3. Beyond the white stripe line, there's another 15 to 25 feet of dead air before you hit cement, and it's one of the largest backstops outside of Oakland Alameda Coliseum that you'll see.
You know, there we go. Nice
ball.
defensive
Looks like
shift right to where he needed to be.
And Thompson still turns field. Just like that, Bristow induces a ground ball. Massa takes his time, gets the easy out, but with the slow-footed Brazilian hustling up the line, not able to get there. And Brock Thompson turns the double play. We'll score that 5-4-3.
Was it 5 or?
That was Massa, right?
I thought it was 6. I thought it was a 6-hole.
Yeah. Yes.
Shortstop.
That was Massa, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure that was Massa ranging over.
All the way over?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was Massa. Well,
We can watch it.
hold on. Should we watch a replay? I'm pretty sure that.
I'll go ask. Ready for the bottom of the second here as Team USA gets ready to bat again.
What's the score here? Do we have a score? 6-0?
Sure. That's not my job.
Apparently it's not my job either. It's one of our jobs. There's the ball. It's getting it out of here.
That's gone.
Goodbye. Hamilton finally gets unleashed. Easy swing. Doesn't take much.
Oh, and what is this? Is that ump gonna tackle him? No, okay. I'm not sure what that. I've never seen an ump sprint to third base like that. Have you? Phil?
I mean, it looked almost like he thought there was a streaker on the field. And he was going to go tackle him.
I bet if we pull enough pesos together, we could get one.
That would be. I would like to see that. Next up is Chilcutt, 7-0 lead. Curveball down low.
Do you have anyone in mind?
No. Really? Actually, I take that back. I don't really want to see that.
Oh, goodness. We try to have a little fun here on our broadcast.
Here comes the pitch. High fly ball. Chilcutt. High fly ball to second base, and he's ranging back. Looks like he's in trouble.
Oh.
Chilcutt hustling. That was a major league fly ball.
And again, I want to say, if you watch that, if you watch it again, he hustled 100 miles an hour to first base.
Always.
He did not throw his bat down. He didn't get frustrated because he didn't get home run number 140.
That's right.
He's playing baseball, and that's what every one of these kids, whatever they're called on, they've done it the right way. And that's a testament to the coaches. They've got them going in the right direction.
Scored a single.
Scored a single.
And
Sop takes second base without a throw.
very friendly scorekeeper. Boosting all our averages. We like that.
Right.
Never touched it, so that's down low. Nice job of that catcher blocking the ball. Alan Hong, passing American Little League's lead scorekeeper, would have definitely scored that in there. I'm just saying. Unless his kid was hitting.
Right. Yes.
Just kidding, Alan. Come on. We like to give you grief. Here comes Halstead. 1-0. There's a high fly
Just
ball.
missed
Same
it.
play. Repeat for that second baseman. He has a chance for redemption. And he makes the play. And Halstead, for the first time in 7 at-bats, is retired. Every good streak must come to an end. Here comes Paulo Dominguez.
I bet he swings this time.
I bet you he
I
does.
mean, nothing against his last one. He squared it up, hit it right where it needed to be.
He has a very short and simple swing.
Yes.
He just fly ball in the infield.
Same place.
Choke it looked like he was going. And second baseman. Hey, bud, head on the ball. Stand through the ball, yeah?
Here we go with 2 outs. They're going to mess up my prediction badly if they don't
Man.
put some get a 2-out rally going here. We really need that
We
extra
got
run.
2 outs. Keeper Pam up at bat.
Oh, and it's down. That's going to get an RBI.
Pam.
Oh, and they're going to make a throw through. Yep. That's good. They gave an opportunity. There's some coaching going on. Again,
Keeper Pam has not got into anything yet, but somehow they're still giving him swings, which his dad appreciates.
yeah, absolutely.
Batting 500 on the tournament.
Well, and sometimes, baseball's funny that way. You hit it really good, you square it up, and it just goes at somebody, and then you have those stretches where you just can't seem to hit it square, but everything falls in for a base hit.
I do like the white shoes, though.
They are nice.
Reminiscent of Billy White Shoes Johnson,
There you
number
go. There you go.
81 of the Houston Oilers.
I like how his helmet sits up high.
That's
Like-
he does have quite an afro.
He does have quite a fro.
The other day, the boys, between games, all the parents took him over and got haircuts. Unfortunately, Keeper was not part of that operation. Flying back to the fence. Travis Friend from Whittier, California. Travis, a converted infielder. Plays for Rob Prieto's MVP Hustle, now 12U team. Great kid.
His dad and him have a race once a year, and so far his dad has owned him in that competition, and he claims he's going to take him again this year. He said he won't let him do it repeatedly. He gets 1 shot a year.
Take your chances.
Take his chances. He's like, I'm not going to let you race me till you beat me. But it's kind of a fun rivalry, fun dad-son event.
Keeper just looks faster in those white shoes.
He does. Oh.
Yeah, Travis's father yesterday was recounting his last race where he had such a big lead that towards the last part he flipped around and backpedaled the last bit. But I think Travis is going to make a little bit more of a run this year. Travis has grown about 4 or 5 inches and gotten quite a bit faster, so it should be fun. There's a strike on the outside part of the plate.
I was thinking about racing my son, but then I realized that wouldn't happen. It'd be bad.
I choose other things to race
Yes,
with.
that's
Like,
right.
how fast can we eat this hamburger?
Yes.
'Cause that seems like
That's more my forte.
Fly
That's
ball.
under it.
That looks like it's
2
right to the
outs.
center fielder. 2 outs. Center fielder's got a beat on it. And Brazil holds the United States to 1 run in that inning.
I think we're trying to hit for the long ball.
The crafty left-hander. Actually, we got 2 runs that inning. Home run from Hamilton. And then Chilcote came around to score. That makes a score after 2 full innings. United States 8, and Brazil nothing. We're gonna have a little pitching change for the very first time in this tournament. Gavin Gargiulo.
It's interesting. We've had just local music up until this facility, and we've kind of gone back and forth between more of a Brazilian flair and a United States flair of music, which is kind of nice to have a little taste of home. Speaking of taste of home, we went to Carl's Jr. yesterday and had a burger.
And what kind of burger did you order?
I just did the Classico.
Classico? I want the Star Famoso.
Oh, nice. And it was cool. Guy came up and started talking to me. He's living in Georgia, but he's from here in Aguas Calientes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Just local guy.
Local guy. We get a lot of that. Met some neat people here. Found out too that evidently Aguas Calientes is one of the leading leather producers in Mexico, if not the leading leather industries. So that's kind of cool.
Which is why we're all buying baseball gloves.
I am super stoked. My son actually reached out to me yesterday. I thought he wanted to have a conversation, and the text said, "Hey, how's it going? Could you send me a picture of my new glove?" And I said, "Oh, it's being ordered, and they'll have it here in 3 days." And thought that I would get some continued response, and it was okay. That was the last I heard of it.
Thanks for nothing, Dad.
Yeah. So it's just the way that it goes.
Yeah. The good news is we're buying these gloves for about $40 US, custom made, and we're pretty excited by that. Here comes the pitch from Gargiulo.
Oh my goodness!
And if I'm just counting correctly, it's US's now 7th pitcher in the tournament. That's going to be trouble. Plenty of time, Gargiulo. Gets to the moving bag. That's 72-mile-an-hour fastball. First pitch was at 69. That one was at 72. So he's really running it up there.
Looks like we got Felder warming up in the bullpen. I don't know if he's just throwing a bullpen or if they're going to throw him today.
Let's see. Also wouldn't make sense, but next pitch from Gavin. Ooh, that is a nasty little hook.
Nice.
I think that was one of the best hooks we've seen. He kind of comes across his body just a little bit. I like this kid's. He's got some very nice mechanics. Looks like he's going to be able to throw harder as he gets that curveball down low. I don't know where he's going. It's only ball one. Did it hit him?
No, I think it was a strikeout.
Oh. Called strike 3, but ball gets by the catcher, and as I said, every time the ball gets by the catcher and through the white line, it's an automatic dead ball. Next batter for Brazil. He's going to be thrilled to be up there, but he does make a nice hack at it. You can't really see on camera. The camera's not really that great, but there is quite a population in Brazil of Asian. I can't quite.
Yeah. I think they're Asian.
Sorry, I don't want to be too. I can't quite.
Culturally insensitive.
But that's culturally insensitive. That's about the definition of it, is what I just said. But
it's
my
like
apologies.
Latino, Asian.
Okay. Yeah. I can't
Anglo.
quite tell their nationality, but they're all Brazilian. But there's the strike on the curveball, maybe a little cut fastball to number 46.
I can't remember if we talked about, again, in Aguas Calientes, there's a large population of Cuban Mexicans that live here. That is. So when we play
what brings them all here?
So there's the auto industry. There's
a
a Nissan dealership or a plant, and there's also a large number of Germans in the area, because there's also a Mercedes plant. Thank you. Couldn't get that out, and so that's been cool to see the. Again, it's a diverse. It's on the hands. Nice play.
71 miles an hour on that fastball. The batter from Brazil fights it off, but Massa Chocut makes an easy play over to Paulie Dominguez at first base. That retires the side. Gargiulo is officially in the scorebooks for Team USA. and we still have 4 pitchers that haven't even hit the mound yet. Gargiulo topped off at 71 miles an hour. Good job there. A lot of great control, showing how deep this squad is. Music choices have picked up dramatically here, haven't they?
They have. This is
Man. Feels like if this is where Boston went to, and they moved down to Brazil, and they're
right. Well, you know, when I think of Brazil, I think of Carnival.
Yeah.
You know, and so I haven't seen quite that level of flamboyancy yet, but they definitely know how to party, as you can tell by the drums and horn section.
The drum has disappeared completely, though.
Yes.
Which we are so eternally grateful for.
Yes. Very much. I think I may go back to the room today and rent Rio and watch that.
Really?
After this, yeah. I like a good cartoon every now and then. Have you seen Coco?
No.
Dude, it is an amazing
Really?
movie. It is a really good movie. I did not know anything about the Day of the Dead.
Okay.
It was just a Mexican culture.
So we should watch that tonight.
It is so good.
Little team movie.
Little team movie. Learn about that, because I was like, that is weird stuff.
Here goes
But
Brock Thompson, number 2.
it's good.
Nobody on base, so no problem. Fastball on the outside part of the plate, just wide for a ball.
I'm watching the coach from Brazil to see if he eats any of the seeds. He takes the hacks out of his players.
50 miles an hour on that fastball.
Is that a fastball?
Technically, no, but
No.
that was his fastest ball.
Was it? I thought he was. I thought he had kind of
took something off that.
did a straight arm kind of. He was trying to do I think that might have been his changeup.
Maybe you could be right. That was 53. I mean, people, we're just here to tell you that we are blessed as a country. We're not trying to make fun of other countries, but we brought a different level of player to this tournament. You know, we're not going to see a real competitive game until we face Mexico.
Well, I heard
Venezuela.
Venezuela's.
Maybe Venezuela.
I
Yeah.
heard them say that Venezuela's is probably better than Mexico.
Oh, really?
From what people have seen.
Well, let's hope that's the
that'd be
case,
great.
because it would be fun to have some.
And we get both of those. We'll play the loser of that game today. They're playing right now. And we'll get the loser first of that game, and then we will play the winner. Brock takes first base, throws down.
Is that for sure the loser of
Yes.
of the? Okay.
We'll play the loser of that
Mexico Venezuela tomorrow night.
Yes.
We'll be right back here at this fantastic tomorrow morning, right at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Yes.
Comes Julius Fowl. Julius Fowl for his second attempt of the day.
He got a new cross for his necklace yesterday. He found it a gold cross for $20.
Pesos? Or
No,
bucks?
I think bucks. But it was gets under that one, gives it a
Long fly
ride.
ball just outside, but almost a nice play. Up against the fence by the Brazilian field. He's a little bit frustrated that he didn't make that play. Would have been a nice diving stop out there.
Oh, throw it around here a little bit. Coach makes a nice grab. Rubbing the ball up. Gives it back.
Brazil not known for their baseball, known more for volleyball and obviously soccer, where they're the 4-time World Cup champions.
So we are currently at 8-0, but heads up on top.
And there it goes.
Let's just put it this way. The score is not in doubt usually, and if it is, when it gets to that point when it's tight, we'll keep you more posted. We're kind of cruising right now. I know we're getting some requests for a little more
information
updates on score.
Okay.
We're trying to keep ourselves occupied a little bit, honestly. This guy.
High fly ball.
Oh, into the dugout. This could be bad. Oh, very good.
Don't know if they're allowed to play that outside there. So
Could have been dangerous.
just trying to get back to the game here. I'll pull up Game Changer for just a second.
I'll see some of this. Give you some of the stats and some of the real meat of the game. I know we've hit a couple of home runs. I know that's been good, and it looks like the boys have been trying to continue that trend, and in the last inning, and so didn't work out as good. So hopefully the coach talked to him, told him to kind of do your thing and just keep pounding it, hitting it solid like that. Line drive,
and he
backed away from it.
Not quite sure what went on there. That should have been a.
Yes.
The coach had him positioned properly. He has his hands on his hips. Not happy with his center fielder. Foul hits it right on the screws, right at the center fielder, who seemingly was positioned correctly.
Like oh no.
Oh
that
no,
ball
it's
is
coming towards me.
What do? I should run. That's what I do when I play catch with my son. It's coming towards me, and then it is hitting me.
That was scored by Game Changer as a double. We got 8-0. Bottom of 3. Looks like we're going to get another pitching change.
Looks like it.
I feel like there's a few more bugs around here today than I prefer to have.
So, this pitching change brought to you by Bogatos.
Yesterday we had some guys that were taking care of us with sunflower seeds. Today
Today
we got Jack. We got nothing. Although
ice cream, we need an ice cream sponsor for this broadcast.
it's not hot enough though, is it? Today's
Not hot enough for ice cream? Come on, audience, do we really have to have it hot to have ice cream?
I'm already old and fat. I eat ice cream
That's
whenever I
what I was
want.
gonna say. It's like
I eat it with my
you
cereal.
look at this physique, would you say, come on, I'll do a good ice cream. I'll even try gelato.
We promised people to pick this up as the games get a little closer, but we're just, I think we've lost our verve on these games. We talked to the Honduras parents yesterday, and apparently they were asking questions about how our process worked of selecting these kids, and we told them we had 9,000 some odd kids try out for this team across the country throughout the couple of years process, and you could just tell as soon as I said 9,000, they
blew them away.
I think when we finally got the actual story, it was that the Honduras team was made up of a local Little League all-star squad.
No, she said they were people from all over the country.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
She said that they brought people from the different regions, and they had a couple of kids that were from some of the poorer communities, and where they were able to bring. So that's one of the cool things about this is it's not just a local community. It kind of involves, and so those kids will go back and they'll take this experience to all corners of their countries, and hopefully hopefully someone will have access to some YouTube and some training videos, and they'll watch the USA and say, this is how it's supposed to, this is what, these guys created the game, this is what it's supposed to look like. So,
Cameron Davis, our leadoff batter here, takes one for a ball. Strike down the middle. That pitch was 53 miles an hour. Davis is going to do some damage here, you can see. He's just sizing him up.
I think if I was the infield, I'd play deeper. I'm just saying.
Davis swings through a bit of a cutter, maybe a slider, outside part of the plate.
Back up. I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Definitely playing in pull. Worried about this pitcher. The ball just absolutely explodes off his bat.
That was a first for this tournament. That kid got hit with the ball, and the Red Cross emergency crew did not come out.
That's true. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Davis.
Good hustle.
Davis has a home run, and he struck out in his last at bat. Here comes the pitch to Davis.
Oh.
And the ball gets by.
And dead
It's
ball.
A dead ball. A run scores, making the score 9-0.
9-0. Say 9 is in Espanol.
9.
9
y
0.
Zip. Nada. Might be Russian, I'm not sure. Oh, no, you're right. Nada. Nada en particular. Miss Silva, thank you.
There you go. If you are listening to this broadcast and know either of our wives, you might want to...
There's a ground ball. Another single. And looks like a double. Look at how fast. You can just see his...
Yeah,
how light on his feet are.
How fast he gets down the base, what pressure he puts on the defense. But what I was saying is you might want to just reach out to our wives and say, we're sorry. We're sorry for what you have to go home to every night.
That brings to the plate Tristan Hamilton. Score now 10-0. The situation here, 15 runs after 3. This being the top of the 4th, I believe. We'd have to get 5 more runs here.
Oh
boy.
Ball slips and gets away. Oh,
there goes.
Oh, and then he goes to third. Gosh, he's so fast.
Davis is.
It's like crazy to watch.
I'm not sure that was the 3rd worst throw.
I honestly think he tried to stop because
he was already there.
it's like you think you're going to throw, and then you see this kid is so fast, and it's like he's already there.
Yeah.
So he tried to stop it. I think that's what happened. He just slipped out after he tried to stop it.
Davis scampers down to third base. Hamilton 2 for 2 on the day with a home run and a single. And
off the pitcher.
And off the pitcher's leg.
We might bring in.
And Hamilton is circling second, and on his, and we got a timeout, and here comes. We got it right off the kneecap. Hamilton calls time. This is the danger of playing with these USSSA bats at these closer distances. We hear about it all the time. It hadn't happened yet, but Hamilton's now 3 for 3 on the day, and the boys are taking a knee in respect to the young Brazilian pitcher. I brought home Cameron Davis from the score, 11-0.
They're fixing the contusion with pouring water on it. Must be a Mexican technique. And then you know what I think she's doing? I think she's spraying some of that Freon type product on it to freeze the leg before they.
I have picked up about 4,000 bug bites here.
Oh no!
Some freestanding water right below my feet, which is fantastic.
Sweet.
I've heard
a lot of people getting bug bites. My son sent me a text last night and said he was covered in bugs.
From
Bug
here?
bites. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
This might be.
I'm not.
I hadn't experienced it yet. We got Mikey Felder warming up in the dugout. Felder down the line.
No, that's not Felder.
No, I'm sorry, Mikey
Torres.
Torres, sorry, my bad.
I'm Mikey Felder.
Yeah. That's what your brother used to call you.
Yeah, exactly.
Family? Brother? Sister?
One sister, older. She drives a Dodge Challenger. It's got the sweet
It's got an
700
orange
horsepower. It's black.
One of the new
it's
ones.
A beast, yeah. It's very nice, and so that's been kind of fun.
Main court. Oh, video, hey.
Video, hey.
Shouting out all my friends in San Antonio and Colorado Springs. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live. Go USA.
It's been a fun broadcast. Keep after it, guys.
USA. USA.
Look at this guy.
Boy.
Altuve?
Altuve-esque. If Altuve and Billy Barty had kids. This guy is tiny.
Lefty.
I mean, come on.
Coming up. Doing a little off-speed stuff. This is...
just to give you some perspective for my friends back in Pasadena, Caleb Thatcher, who played on my Little League squad last year he was 9 when he started. He finished the year at 10 years old. Caleb Thatcher and this guy are about the same size from last year. This guy is super tiny. But however the saying goes about the dog and the size and the fight, we're going to see it. Brazil still putting up a good show.
Not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight and the dog. I think it's how it. I think I said it right.
There's only. Is this we're the bottom half here, right?
It's the third though.
Third, so we need to get to 15.
But we got to go 4.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I think we have a side bet of 300 push-ups on this.
300 push-ups.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time that misinformation took place. I can tell you there's only. Didn't we have a game where we only went 3 innings though?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope.
Panama.
Nope. We went 4.
We're in that one too. Huh.
Yeah.
You may be right. I can tell you one thing, that Luis Torres is praying, whatever the rule is, that something
gets to get in.
He might be the only guy rooting against the United States in the whole place.
Go check on that
That brings Massa Chilcutt. Hamilton at second base. I believe the score is 10-11-0. Down low for a ball. 11-0. Just checking the box score here.
So we're not going to do that bet.
Okay. Apparently I've won already. He's already given me his first 10 down. There's another base hit by Chilcutt. He remains smoking hot. And the only reason Chilcutt does not give another RBI is because R.J. Farrell mercifully stops him at third base.
We just need
Chilcutt 1 for 2 on the day. Just going over the score sheet. Once again, we're looking at another no-hitter. USA national team, 11 runs on 12 hits, no errors. Brazilian national team, no runs, no hits, 2 errors. That brings to the plate our cleanup man, Kai Halstead.
Another complete game. We had a couple of kind of just mental miscues that we started to work on, and it's good to have some of that stuff to be able to, again, what do you take back? What do you do in your team meeting today? How do you
Foul ball back to the
find
screen.
things to keep interest up? There is very little in the way of entertainment in the rooms. All the channels are in Spanish, except for at our hotel we have a ESPN in English and a CNN in English.
Okay, well that's good.
So we got those two things going for us.
I don't think I have English ESPN. I will say that in spite of having a few channels in English, that my wife has taken it upon herself to watch The Notebook in Spanish for 3 straight nights as we go to bed. Perhaps she's sending me a message. Yeah.
That is an accomplishment. Distance from home to pitcher's mound is
51-ish feet, yeah. International dimensions.
Yeah.
That's down low for a ball. Second and third, 11-0. If the U.S. puts up 4 more runs, we'll be on our way to the subway.
Yes.
And not the transportation subway, but the sandwich
eatery. Quite a few of those.
High fly ball. That looks like it's going to carry out of here.
Straight
Another
over.
home run. Absolutely destroyed.
So that brings the total to
14-0.
14-0.
Halstead with the welcoming committee. Well, now at 14-0. In addition to Torres. Hoping that we get the next out of the inning. Now you have yours truly hoping for his son to bat one more time.
Right.
So I'm not actually looking for anything more than maybe just not to hit a home run here for Paulie. I'm not wishing anything bad. Maybe a nice trip off the fence. But a deep drive here ends it for Paulie Dominguez. 1 ball, no strikes to Dominguez. Dominguez, the co-MVP with Kibru Pam at the USA Futures event, and Kerry, where his MVP national team won that tournament.
So they bring baseballs in plastic bags instead of the boxes and stuff. And I had not thought of this until just now, but good baseball's $5.
Yes.
This is a leather capital.
Yes.
You would better have baseballs. I wonder, might have to buy an extra suitcase and bring a few
Yeah,
back.
but then you got to pay the extra baggage fee, right? $50.
25.
As we're sitting here, the soccer academy, which is where this stadium is positioned, the soccer academy that surrounds the baseball field here, all the soccer boys look like they must have practice right after this game, and so they're here to watch the end of the game and then perhaps go do some training on the field. So a little bit of a timeout here.
We got a injury timeout.
Changing
looks like.
catchers and pitchers at the same time.
Well, again, it's kind of one of those deals where you go home and you go, I got to play against the United States.
Yeah, the boys have been. I think we've kind of transitioned a couple of these games where they've been blowouts. It's been nice to see some good camaraderie after the games. Yesterday, the boys from Honduras were super excited to take pictures with them, and
it was cool.
And they wanted a big team because I think I heard somebody say we think you guys are all going to be pros, so we want to take pictures with you now. And while they were undersized, they still loved baseball and were out here doing their best. So it's nice to see.
Very cool. Yep. It's about love of the game, you know, and again, kind of like we were talking about, they spend a lot of time together as a team. I honestly doubt we'll see our boys again between here and the end of things as far as outside of the ballpark.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised today we didn't get them because today was kind of a slow day. But with moving on from pool play to the championship round, I think they'll up the intensity perhaps a little bit. These early round games are just